G'day people, this is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to week 3 of the PMC League battles. Now, I'm just whispering a little bit because everyone's still asleep upstairs. It's still really early, it's like 8:45 in the morning, but this is the only time I could find to vest my parent here. So today we are going against the Great Lake Greninjas. Go ahead and check out their channel, link for them is in the description down below. If you want to see our team prep what we've brought in for this week here, also check out the link down below, the video will be there. So, a pretty big week. We came back from a loss in week 1. We won last week in week 2. Let's hope we can get another win this week. So we'll be right back when we go ahead and get ready to start this battle. Alright guys, we are back. We are now here. We're online. We're ready to go. Best of luck to the Great Lake Greninjas. I hope for a terrific battle as good as it was last week, and that's why I like doing these league battles, just because it's something a little bit different. It's always going to take you that next level. So let's have a look at his team here. Let's see what he's brought today. Let's see if we were actually correct with what we assumed he was going to bring. So let's have a look over here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So there was 2 Pokemon. Actually, I completely forgot to talk about this. So we've got 3 Pokemon right. So he didn't bring the Magnezone, so that is the Mega Scizor. So we'll go ahead and quickly put that in there. So we've got Scizor. Not shiny. No. So I forgot about the Mega Scizor. I probably should have taken into account that, because I mean, Mega Scizor is a pretty powerful Pokemon. But also we have the Jellicent instead of the Tornadus. So that's actually a little bit interesting, because I actually used Jellicent in my Season 1 team, and I really like Jellicent just because of its ability to take hits for days. So we do have, like I said, the Jellicent, we have the Mega Scizor. So we got, again, this week, 4 Pokemon predicted correctly. Now we just have to decide which Pokemon we're going to bring in first. Now we do have a Choice Scarfed Krookodile here. The only issue is, did we bring a Krookodile? If he starts with the Kyurem or the Greninja, we could be in a bit of trouble. So I think if we get Rocks up, we'll be good. So I'll go ahead and send in Krookodile first, because if he does bring in the Greninja, we can go ahead and swap it to Suicune, because we do have a specially defensive Suicune. So best of luck to, like I said, oh god, not now. Can we not have this please? Capture card issues again. I'm looking at it this time, so if there's any issues or whatever it is, we can just try again. So let's try this again. So we do stuff with the Krookodile. Please stop this. This is what I hate about this, seriously. It does this to me every time. Apollo, which is the Clefable. Seriously guys, I hate when this happens all the time. So I can see he starts with the Clefable. Alright, there we go. Alright, so he starts with the Clefable. So this can be good, this could be bad. If he goes for a Fairy type move, we could be in a bit of problems. So what I'm going to do, just trying to think. And I just realized, I think I brought the wrong set, or not the wrong set, the wrong build of the Suicune. I said special defensive, I brought physical. Okay, this could be a bit problematic. Just trying to think. If he does go in fact for the Fairy type move, what's my answer? I'll go ahead and swap into the Dragalge. Because even if he goes for a Moonblast, we are Assault Vested, so we should be able to leave 1 Fairy type move. So fingers crossed that it does work out the way. So here comes Dragalge. He actually goes for Stealth Rock. So that was actually pretty good of him to do that, because now, actually forgot that he does get access to that. Now, this is Assault Vested. Now, the thing is, if I go for a Sludge Wave and he brings in the Scizor, that could be a bit problematic. However, if we predict him to bring in the, if we predict him to bring the Scizor, and we in fact go for the Scald, and we can burn that Mega Scizor, that would be fantastic, because at this point, Scald and Thunderbolt are the only moves that could really hurt the Mega Scizor. So I'm going to fire for the Scald, expecting him to bring in the Scizor, or even the Rotom. I mean, if he's specially defensive Rotom, whatever. But we do have, like I said, the Scald, and we do have the Thunderbolt, because this is Assault Vested Dragalge. I'm kind of annoyed that he did go for Stealth Rock. I probably should have read into that, but the Fairy move just seemed too obvious. So he's going to withdraw. Let's see if he's going to bring in that Mega Scizor. Oblivion. That is This is us, so I was correct in doing that. Now let's see if this Scald can get the burn. This can get the burn, this might actually do us a lot of good. So we go for the Scald, and we get the burn. And that has put us so far ahead in the game. Just getting that burn right there is absolutely phenomenal. So now, we are actually good to go ahead and now swap back into, let's say into the Sableye. Actually no, I'm just trying to think. What could he possibly do? What could he do? Actually, no, we've got to get rid of these rocks. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Swellow. We need to get rid of these rocks, and now these rocks are going to play a big part in it. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Swellow. Now that he's burned, he really can't do anything. Unless he wants to try to set up rocks, that could be an option for him. He is going to Mega Evolve. I'm just trying to think what would he want to do. Because now that he's burned, I mean, unless he wants to go for a Swords Dance, I'm just trying to think what he would want to do. He wants to go for Substitute. That's actually interesting. That's actually interesting. Now I'm guessing he's going to have Roost. I'm assuming. But now we've got to try to get rid of these. We've got to get rid of these rocks. Now I'm okay. Something tells me something tells me I need to get rid of the Substitute before I get rid of these rocks. Something's telling me, because I feel like he's going to go for the Roost. So I'm going to fire for Brave Bird, only because I can't remember if Substitute default works on Substitute. The only thing is I don't think the evasiveness goes down. So we do go for the Brave Bird. We're going to break the Substitute here. I've got a feeling he's going to go for Roost. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Roost. He's going to actually go straight for the Swords Dance. So that is actually interesting. So he's just really trying to put the hurting on my Swellow. Now, even though he's burned, I don't know if a Bullet Punch with the burn is actually going to do the work on us. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for default because we really need to get rid of these rocks. He probably knows that. He's going to try to get some damage off of me. Please don't get the kill. Please, 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 please. He does. Fuck. So this is exactly why So he's done his job. He's pretty much done his job now. So now our only option now is, now we have to stick with rocks for the rest of the game. And that's pretty bad. But now we can actually go ahead and bring in our Talonflame here. And we can go ahead and fire for a Roost. Now even though the rocks are here, we can go ahead and fire for a Roost. Like I said, so that was unfortunate. I probably should have calced that, but I didn't. So that was my fault there. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for a Roost, so we can go ahead and get our health back up. Now we do have, like I said, we're going to go for a Roost. We do outspeed because we do get priority, Gale Wings Roost, which is pretty good. Now I'm just trying to think, is he going to go for the Bullet Punch? He's going to go straight for a Bug Bite. Oh, he's going to get our, oh no, no. He ate my Charty Berry. Wow. What the fuck? Oh shit. Well, there goes our natural gift. Wow, I didn't even think he would go that far. Like, fuck. That is a problem. That is a problem. Now I wish I just would have gone straight for the Brave Bird, but we need to get our health back up. So he ate our berry, expecting us to bring natural gift, and he actually was successful in doing that, which is pretty fucked now, because if he brings in the Rotom Heat, we have no answer for it. So that's pretty fucked. He's playing phenomenally, actually. He's playing very well. Very, very well. The managed to snag that burn, which is, I would say, good, but for Ozone, that is Kyurem. That is, in fact, the Kyurem. Now we don't have the natural gift, which absolutely sucks. So now the question is, how much damage is a Brave Bird going to do to a Kyurem? So let's go ahead and get this up here. So, Talonflame against Kyurem. We'll go Choice Scarf, just to say. So we're going to go for a Brave Bird. That's going to do only half. Wow. Okay. That kind of blows, but there's not much we can do about it now. So, Brave Bird seems to be the only move that we can go for, because we could swap and we could do something else, but those rocks are really going to play a big part in this destruction of us, honestly. I'm just trying to think what I can do. So, if we do in fact go for the Brave Bird, what can we do? Or we could swap out and just save him for later. Because I don't know what stage I'm going to bring. So I'm going to go ahead and just fire. I'm going to swap in Suicune. I'm going to swap in Suicune just because I want to get a read as to what kind of Kieran this is. Now, like I said, unfortunately I did bring the wrong set of Suicune. I was going to go for a special defensive wall, but I've accidentally brought in the physical wall. So we're going to go ahead and see what kind of set this is. He's going to go straight for the Draco Meteor. So I don't know if Suicune's going to live that, not being a specially defensive wall. We're going to see right now, and it does just barely live. It does just barely live. Now, we're going to go ahead and go for a rest. If he wants to stay in, that's fine. If he wants to go ahead and stay in, that's his choice. But I'm going to see if he wants to swap out. I'm going to go ahead and fire for a rest. And we're going to see if he does swap out, it pretty much gives us a fresh Suicune back, and it just takes back that turn. That's if, again, that's if he does go for that. Because now, he's debating whether I'm going to go for an ice type move or a water type move. That's pretty much where he's at the moment. This battle, guys, like I said, like I'm not a professional battler. I probably misplayed instead of just going. I wasn't expecting Bug Bite though. He's going to withdraw, so that's perfect for us. We go ahead, we're going to get free rest off. Eclipse, which is the Greninja. So that works out for us now because we get the Resto Chesto off, so we pretty much get a fresh restart on Suicune over here. So that works out just fine. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm okay with that. So we're going to go for rest, wake up, Chesto, we are here, we're back, good to go. So now the question comes down to what kind of move is this Eclipse going to go for? I'm going to go ahead, because he could U-turn into the Jellicent, which could be problematic because then I can't really touch it with the Suicune. So I want to go ahead and fire for Scald. If he does stay, let's say if he doesn't go for U-turn. If he goes for U-turn, he's going to go for Grass. Oh boy, he packs the Grass Knot. It's super effective. Actually, now I should have gone for Ice Beam. Wow, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Well, we're going to get the Scald off here, and that was a crit. Oh gosh. Alright, so now he's going to probably think, am I going to swap though? That Grass Knot though. Oh god. Grass Knot. Ugh. Fuck. This is why I don't like this kind of thing. Ugh. Is he going to go for another Grass Knot though? That's a thing. He might expect me to go for a swap. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just going to go 5 Ice Beam. Suicune really can't do anything else to the rest of his team. He's going to go straight for the Dark Pulse. We should be able to live that. We do just live that. Ooh yes, don't get the flinch please. We go for the Ice Beam here, so let's see how much an Ice Beam does to hit. That does nothing. What the hell? Alright, so yeah, we pretty much accept the fact that we're going to go ahead and lose the we're going to go ahead and lose it here. So he goes ahead, goes for a nice spin V-Zone, expecting to swap, but you know what? Suicune really wasn't going to do anything. At best, it would do something to Rogue Heat, but that's about it. So, stupid alarm, shut up. Stupid alarm, stupid alarm. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This match, people. This is why you don't get cocky. Alright, so now, what are our options? Our options, that thing's fast. That's we can go ahead and bring in the Talonflame here. Now, he knows that we're going to outspeed, so he might swap to protect. He might swap to pretty much get the kill on my Talonflame here, because he knows that this is outspeed. The question is he going to outspeed? Because, if he swaps. Because if he swaps, the Brave Bird is going to kill, basically, my Talonflame. If he wants to preserve it, which I'm pretty sure he does. This is tough, because if I leave it, go for Roost and he goes for Scald, I'm pretty fucked. But if he swaps into something like the Rotom Heat or the Jellicent, well then, you know, I'm good because I'll go for the Roost. So, this battle, it's looking pretty bad because I've already lost 2, he's only lost 1, and he's got so much advantage to me because of that Kieran. So, I'm going to, at this point, if he brings a Clefable, I'm going to die. If he brings a Jellicent, I'm going to die. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. He's going to swap. He's going to swap. No, he doesn't. Oh, thank God. So this Brave Bird's not going to kill me. Thank God. Thank God we made a good call there. So I was going to go for Roost to preserve the Talonflame, but he stayed in, so we're going to leave then. Okay, good. So now we are at 4 to 4. I've got to actually write down some of this stuff here. It's always good to write notes. I always forget this kind of thing. And this is why I don't do battling people, just because I don't do this thing often, like I said. Right, man. The bug bite from Scissor. Fuck. Miracle. That is the Rotom. Okay. Now, I'm just trying to see what he wants to go for. He could go for the Volt Switch. I'm going to go ahead. What did he do? I'm going to go ahead. He could try to go for a Thunder Wave, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for a Roost, because it gets rid of my flying capabilities and all that. Because at this point, there's no point keeping in the Talonflame, so I'm just going to go for a Roost. We're going to sort of back up. And let's see what move he goes for. He's going to go for the Volt Switch. So that shouldn't kill us, because it's not super effective. I heard. Yep, there we go. Fantastic. So he just goes for the switch now and into something else. Now Jelson hasn't even touched base yet, so I'm actually a little bit interested to see where he's going to go with that. So let's run through the depth. So Swallow, was it M Scissor kills Swallow. What killed the? Something killed. Oh, Kieran's back. Fuck. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead fire for Brave Bird, because really we need a clean swap in for the Dragalge. So I'm going to go ahead fire for Brave Bird here. It's not going to kill the Kyurem unless we get a mad crit. I don't know. And that's going to do less than half and going to kill a Talonflame. I hope he didn't predict that and went for a substitute, because if he did, we'd be in some big trouble. He's going to go straight for the Dragon. He's going to go for Dragon Pulse. So he has Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Dragalge now, because like I said, the Salt Fit. Okay, so unless he's scarfed himself, that's the only thing. Unless he's scarfed himself here, that Dragon Pulse is in fact not going to kill. So now the question is he going to swap back into the Clefable? I'm going to go ahead and fire for Draco Meteor, expecting him to stay in. If he does in fact go for Clefable, then we made a misplay, because he knows it's going to die. He knows it outspeeds. The question is, does he want to preserve it? Does he know it's going to go up well against Dragalge? So yeah. And now we've lost Talonflame to the recoil of that. He's going to withdraw. We should have gone for the Sludge Wave. Fuck. Okay. Miracle, which is the Rotom. Okay. Alright, that's fair enough. Let's see how much damage this Dracomir does to this Rotom here. That's going to do a lot of damage though. That's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. So now, I've got a feeling he's going to swap into now Clefable with the Volt Switch, because there's no real point in staying in. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Sludge Wave, expecting him to... Oh, he's going to just straight up overhit, and he dodges it. Wow, that is so... I feel so bad, man. Sludge Wave, is it enough to get the kill? -2, yes it is. So, alright, so Dragalge kills Rotom. So he can take advantage of the fact that we're not at maximum special attack, but his Kyurem is not healthy enough that that he can take on even he can't take on Kyurem. He can't take on Dragalge with Kyurem, even if it's at half health, just because even with a special attack 2 reduction, I'm pretty sure we should still be able to get the kill. The question is now, what is he going to bring in next? Let's see, he could bring in the Jellicent, but he doesn't know that we have Thunderbolt just yet. He only seen that we have Sludge Wave, Draco Meteor, and Skull, but we haven't revealed Thunderbolt yet. So that could play a big part as the battle goes along. It's now down to 3 apiece. I've got Krookodile, Mega Sableye, and Dragalge, and Mega Sableye hasn't even touched base yet, so this may be his debut match, you know. He's going to just send back out the, so he just might just go straight out for the Draco Meteor. But like I said before, I do know that we are going to live. We are Assault Vested. So if he wants to go for a Draco Meteor now, we should be able to outlive it because of Assault Vest. So the only thing is, if he gets a crit, we're done. That's the only thing that's going to fuck it for us, is if in fact he does go and get the crit. So he's going to go straight for the Draco Meteor, and we know we're going to live by the calcs because we calc this at team prep. And we live on 1. We live on 1. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I knew we were going to live it, and it's on 1 HP. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. So Dragalge kills Kyurem. Fantastic. Oh my god, Dragalge kills Serum. That's what I'm talking about, people. That is what I'm talking about. So now all he has left is the Clefable and the Jellicent. And my Krookodile does outspeed both. Teardrop, that is the Jellicent. That is in fact the Jellicent. Now we're going to go ahead and just go for a Draco Meteor because I'm pretty sure... Okay, we're at -4 now. We could go for Paralysis now, it doesn't even matter. We're just going to go straight up for the Draco Meteor here because we do know that the he outspeeds, goes for the Skull. That's fine, that's fine. Dragalge has done its job, so Jellicent kills Dragalge. Alright, so now this is, we're going to bring in the Mega Sableye, because now the Mega Sableye actually does a lot of work against this Jellicent. And we need to keep Krookodile out there nice and healthy, because we need to get some damage off of this thing here. So in comes the Sableye, because this is a physical Sableye. We're going to go ahead, Mega Evolve, and go for the knockoff. And hopefully we can do well enough that we could do some work against the Jellicent, because we do. He's actually going to withdraw. That's, I guess that's good, because we're going to go ahead and knock off whatever item he has. So we're going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and I'm just going to try to get as much damage as we can off on this Clefable. And now we're going to see what kind of item it has. So we're going to go straight for the knockoff. Now it's not super effective, but we're going to get rid of that item. It's leftovers, so that actually works out for us. Now we can't swap because we're going to go ahead, just get as much damage as we can on this Clefable, because Krookodile's got the Life Orb, it has the Earthquake, so he's going to go straight for the Moonblast. I don't think we're going to live this, even though we are max HP. I'll be very surprised if we do. We do, which is great. But we're just going to go straight for some Shadow Snakes here, just so we can try to get up as much damage as we can. Because Life Orb Moxie is going to just wreck that fucking Jellicent, and we know that we are speed. So now all we got to do now is just lock ourselves into it. We've got a crit on that Shadow Sneak. He's just going to go up straight for the Moonlight here. That's pretty bad. So he's pretty much just trying to play it safely, which I guess is the best way to go. Like I said, the only issue that I have now is the fact that we could have gone off for free recover, but that's not going to be the case. Okay, this is getting pretty close. And like I said, he's been playing phenomenally this game here with the, like I said, that Mega Stairs have really put a cramp in our play. The Clefable going for the rocks definitely has put a lot of pressure on our team, so to speak, today. But the crit didn't really matter, because like I said, he just went straight up for the Moonlight just to be safe, which I thought was a pretty smart move on his part. And unfortunately, Mega Sableye isn't going to do too much here. So the Clefable kills M Sableye. And now all we have left is our Scarf Krookodile, and we have to pretty much, the mother of crits, if we want to do the work now, we have to get Krookodile to do the work right now. We are Adamant Scarf, we know we are speed. We have to go straight up for an Earthquake because it's our strongest move. I was going to go for Crunch, but the Jellicent swap was a pretty good call. So can we get the kill on it? We are Adamant Scarf. No, we are not. No way in hell. This Moonblast is probably going to get the kill on Krookodile, more than likely, and we live. We still have a chance, but it comes down to whether we can get the kill on this Clefable. If we can kill this Clefable with the high roll of the lifetime, I don't know if a Life Orb +1. Oh no, it's not even Life Orb. What am I talking about? We got the crit! Oh, we got the crit! We got the crit! And we get that Moxie boost. Let's go! Krookodiile kills Clefable. Guys, it is down to the wire. It is 1-on-1. It is Jellicent and Krookodiile here. Now the question is the Krookodiile going to get the win? I don't think it's going to. We locked it to Scarf. We can see that. I'm very sad because I really wanted to go for that Crunch, but we're going to go for an Earthquake. Let's see how we go here against this Jellicent here. We're going to go for a +1 Earthquake here. Let's see how we're going to go against this Jellicent over here. It's not going to do enough. He's going to go for a Scald, and he's going to go ahead and get the kill on my Krookodiile there. So, unfortunately, we do lose our Week 3 match by 1. By 1. So, a terrific game to the Great Lake Greninjas and everything else. This was a very intense battle, to say the least. But you know, it's a 1-0 victory. I can't be disappointed with that. I really can't. Like, he played phenomenally. I made a few misplays along the way, but you know what? It's all part of the game, you know? So that's our week 3. Unfortunately, we lost it. So we are now standing at 1-2. Hopefully we can improve on our record. Let me quickly go ahead and see who we are versing next week in our week 4 battle. Let's see, week 4 is, we are going up against the Portland Crowbats. So stay tuned for the next week to see that battle. And like I said, a terrific battle. And looking forward to week 4. So stay tuned for the team prep for next week. And until the next time I see you guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.